sports. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today we have two of college football's elite meeting force with force in a battle of top 5 teams as two squads square off looking to hit their stride. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs.
Brings it in down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Back to pass, it's Beck. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. In the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get to it. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
Reels it in down the left side. Oh, look out. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Howard. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Etienne. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They're going to ride this running back.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Howard. And it's a pick in the end zone. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Dogs!
Number 11.
That is the easiest pick you will ever have in your life. You talk about a pick six, oh, he returned it, made people miss. Nope. Nice play in the end zone to catch the football, get the pick, put 6 points on the board for this defense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the grab down the left side. Off he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. We saw a great example of it right there.
14.
They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Etienne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires left. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown.
14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The offense set for a first down play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the score.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14.
That makes the score Georgia 35, Ohio State 14.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against a safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Throwing right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further.
38, Ohio State, 14.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against... And he's thrown another interception. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. To the air, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times, you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Snap from the gun on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Frazier. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Georgia going up tempo.
Georgia.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense knows they're going to have to go sideline to stop this offense. Nice job there rallying to the back who caught the swing pass there on the right perimeter.
Powers forward. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Stumbled to the ground.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter, whichever you...
Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So they were handed a golden opportunity. Drive covers 25 yards. And they finish it off with a little trickery. Fair catch called for and made. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He'll try to do it himself. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
Georgia, 52. Ohio State, 14.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going up top. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Georgia.
They'll try to pound their way in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
59, Ohio State, 14.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. And the pass hits, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. Actually, you'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this
time to take a shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this.
And it's picked off at the goal line.
The attempt and the 2-point conversion.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 59, Ohio State, 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He's going to throw deep right side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reed.